fucking hell!
Ghost Recon Wildlands is the new tactical team-based shooter from Ubisoft. It's out on March the 7th and entered open beta on February the 23rd. My name is Mike Williams. I'm joined today by not Gareth Evans, but Mr. Jake Kulkowski, who's our intern. Hello, Jake.
Hello.
So what did you think of the beta?
It was great for the most part. I mean, a lot of things bounced back to me on other games. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Division. There's a lot of similarities, I think.
Yeah.
Even Far Cry 4. There's some footage here of a drone, which I'm using to recon a base. Very reminiscent of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Very Watch Dogs, I would say, in fact.
Yeah, exactly. The technology. I mean, you can customize your equipment exactly like Watch Dogs, really. You can even make yourself look like a super hacker if you want.
If you want to. Purely optional.
Yeah, there's a lot of customization, which I'll go into in just a little bit, actually. But this is some gameplay footage of me playing with the AI, the squad there, which, as you can see, is kind of devolved into just me being like John Rambo and taking everybody down.
Yeah, that's the kind of concern I've got about a game like this. If it's got a tactical team-based shooter and it's full of all these Far Cry, Metal Gear Solid 5 elements, how much is the team? How important is your squad in this?
Well, that's exactly what I was wondering as well. How important is the tactics in a tactical-based shooter? Well, you're going to see here some footage of me ordering my squad around, and the team really do need to be babysat here.
Yeah.
Here's the squad menu, and I've just ordered my squad to go over there. There's a nice jittering car in the corner there, something from a Snoop Dogg video. And this is in the middle of a firefight, so I'm having to order my squad to go everywhere.
Yeah, bit of micromanagement.
Yeah, and if you don't do that, you'd think that they'd pick up the slack and maybe shoot some people, but as you can see here, they're getting shot at and they're not doing anything.
Do you think that's something that is quite fixable, or is it pretty serious?
Well, that's exactly what I've brought this little menu up for here now, just to bring up the upgrades and the skills. There's all different things you can upgrade, including teaching your squad some new tricks. So I think the AI itself isn't going to be fixed by Ubisoft. They've bragged about it being unscripted, which I think just means does nothing when you...
We haven't done anything.
Yeah, exactly. The squad upgrades here, you can add extra... sync shots here, which a sync shot is when you tell your squad to shoot this guy and this guy together at the same time. But for the most part, I think the real fun of the beta was playing with other players. Here's some footage that I managed to salvage from my 11 hours or so of playing. And this is probably one of the only moments of the beta where I played with another human being that actually did what he was told. This is a little bit of a recon action here.
Taking it seriously.
Yeah, and I mean, even that wasn't without its problems. As you can see here, in true online fashion, this guy's got his microphone on and some kids in the background. But what this was some sneaking, and we synchronized our shots together. But if you want a real taste of what playing online with other people is going to be, this clip is closer to it. A lot of people running in head first, ordering you to shoot everybody in the face.
Yeah, everyone's playing as Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 5, aren't they? That's
everybody. There's a lot of GTA 5 leftovers playing this game. A lot of people rushing for the helicopter, and a lot of people dying because they just can't stay still. Here I am reviving somebody, so that just goes to show the sort of ilk of players that you're going to be meeting.
I've got to say, when I was looking at this, I was kind of thinking that GTA 5, like, they are trying to appeal to that audience in a big way. I think they're kind of I don't know, people who like the big open world, but like to just mess around in it, and they seem to have given you a lot of toys to play with.
That's it, exactly. I mean, there's some footage here of some different vehicles, and I think this shows off the weather system as well quite good. I think Metal Gear Solid 5, like I was mentioning earlier, has a weather system and a day and night cycle, and this is apparent in this game as well.
Bloody beautiful, that, isn't it? It's a very good looking game.
The world is massive. I mean, look at all this that you can see here. Pretty much all of this is explorable in the beta.
Yeah, that's very impressive. That is quite visually impressive.
Obviously it's all really well detailed, and the map itself gets a lot bigger. So this is the area that you can explore within the beta.
Right.
And if you zoom out a little bit more, you've got all of this area.
Good God. So that is massive. That is an enormous map.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that.
They're all ran by different Bolivian generic drug lords. They've all got their own names and little backstories that you probably...
Are they generic, Jake, or are you racist?
No, it's just like, look at this. I mean, it's a guy with a cowboy hat on Twitter, a guy with face tattoos.
Yeah. The beauty queen, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
La
it.
Gringa.
Yeah. So there's a lot of taking down the cartel.
I see what's happening here.
And yeah, it can devolve quite quickly into a lot of generic Ubisoft stuff there.
Yeah.
It's similar to how Far Cry 4, you had different bosses, different outposts.
So can you tell us how it's kind of structured, the gameplay? Is it mission based, or is it something that's quite open ended where you just take down these cartel members at your own will? How did you?
Yeah, that's one of the things that they've been talking about. You can take them down in any order you want, really. The beta, there's a couple, this cartel couple, there's some sort of like sex crazed necrophiles that are into torturing people, and you're tasked with taking them down. So you start off doing some missions, gathering intel about where they're going to be, where their hideout is, and ultimately it ends in you do get to kill them, and you get their guns as a little trophy. But yeah, they say that you can take down any boss in any order. Again, like Far Cry 4 with the outposts, you can go straight for. I think you can go straight for the big bad straight away, can't you?
Well, Far Cry 4 is quite interesting because they had the ending in the first 10 minutes, didn't they? If you did exactly what he told you in the beginning, you got the ending straight away, which is pretty funny. So what are we looking at here? This is
for the people that missed The Sims in 2000. This is the customization section where you can equip yourself with loads of different things, apart from flags, which are all American.
Well, I mean, you say that quite disparagingly, but I contest that it is quite fun to just dress up.
Yeah, I would agree, because just based on the amount of YouTube videos I've seen, there have been a lot of people spending about 45 minutes in character creation.
I am that sad loser. Yeah, I do that. I spend a lot of time in that.
I did the first time I played through, and then I put a balaclava on, so it didn't even matter anyway.
You made yourself as hard to see as possible.
Yeah.
So.
What I will say is that the customization of not only your character, but the guns, as you can see here, all the different parts.
It's pretty nice. I like that exploded view of the weapon. That's quite cool.
With all this customization options, I'm not sure the exact number of combinations possible, but it'll be very rare to see somebody with the exact same setup as you. I'd bank that you probably wouldn't after the first 10 hours or so when you've unlocked a bunch of stuff.
Well, that's cool. That's quite cool. So there's a lot of depth to this by the looks of it, in terms of the fiddling around and choosing your attachments and stuff. How, do you pick these attachments and stuff? How does it work? Do you unlock them, or do you find them in the world?
Yeah, it's good to see in the beta so far, at least. I haven't seen anything hidden behind paywalls or microtransactions. They all seem to be unlocked by exploring. There's little areas where I've took down a little outpost like this, perhaps not really marked on my map, and I've just found a weapons case that has a muzzle or a trigger there.
Right, so it's kind of loot.
That's right.
In a way.
Now, if you do go out hunting for this, there are members of the cartel who are the lieutenants, and if you interrogate them, you can get various bits of information, including the locations of weapons. Not which weapons they'll be, not quite sure.
Just a weapon.
Yeah, exactly. It's normally a couple. I think I interrogated a guy yesterday, and he gave me the location of about 5. One of them was a double-barrel shotgun, like a little sawn-off shotgun, and that was really good. And I was running around with that then, playing online. But there's a lot of unlockables, a lot of customization, and like I say, it looks like there's no microtransactions. I was playing it on a regular difficulty setting, but I had a whale of a time. I might go back and play it in advanced mode when the game comes out in retrospect, for a bit more of a challenge, but hopefully that will come with a bit more of a an intelligent AI, because I can't imagine doing everything by myself. Okay,
so overall, how do you feel about the game based on what you've played in the beta? Does it kind of live up to what you thought it would be, or?
Well, with this game, I wasn't really following it because it's Ubisoft, and I knew that it would probably be littered with loads of multiplayer problems, server problems.
Terrible AI.
Yeah, and it lived up to some of them, but for the most part, I was impressed. It reminded me of days of mine when I played Conflict Desert Storm, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm really looking forward to playing this with a bunch of people, maybe you, that I can trust.
Yeah, maybe, mate.
Yeah. And I think I would actually buy the game based on the fact that the map is so big, and I know that there's going to be a lot of different options, and I'm quite into the level up system. The lack of microtransactions really sold it for me, and considering Ubisoft hasn't done anything this big in a while, it could be worth it for me. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll be buying it. Okay, so there you have it there, our thoughts on the Ghost Recon Wildlands Open Beta. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Let us know down in the comments how you felt about the beta. There should be some more content for you to enjoy on the screen right about now. We'll see you again next time.
They're gonna make you back up. Bad guys are marked, waiting on you, boss.